All right, season 44 is here, and so Clown is back to make war videos showing how incompetent I am at this game. I'm not going to do a season-ending death compilation. That wasn't received in the spirit in which it was offered by some folks. So I'm going to make just a video every war like I've done for the last few seasons. We're facing pycb. They banned Miguel, Silk, and Hulk. So we're going to have Titania and She-Hulk available this war. They're a really good synergy team. Titania gets big burst damage on her heavy, which was part of the plan for a couple fights. And obviously Mr. F is going to give both of these champs power sting, passive power stings, which is good because we're doing straight path 5. First up, we have this America, and we're going to be using Titania. Again, you know, I have stated in the past I don't really fear America Chavez, and here I have I have some pretty favorable AI at the start in terms of just getting her to throw her special ones and not be throwing heavies across the map. So we're able to do a decent chunk of damage before she starts her nonsense with all her, you know, heavies. So that's good. But yeah, we're just gonna wait for the protection to go down, then we'll launch the special 3. Now, with the introduction of strikers into this game, you know, the temptation is there to YOLO a lot. And that was my temptation here. And it didn't quite work out math-wise. And then I got real lucky with the AI. So be careful. You know, the old be safe out there. Yeah, almost died fight 1. Next we got this Darkhawk here, second fight, and we're just going to be using She-Hulk and letting this huge burst damage through the heavy chew through Darkhawk. We're just going to parry heavy our way all the way through this. And there's really not much else to say. Just a ridiculously powerful synergy. All right, next we're on 5B. First up, we have Quicksilver. We're going to use Titania. Not an obvious counter for Quicksilver, but, you know, in a lot of ways, this is a technique fight. First, you got to get rid of his evade. Then you got to get rid of the protection. And you just build up to a special 3 and go ham. And so, you know, this is a fight that I actually play well. A rarity on my channel, if you will. But it shows just how powerful Titania is as a champ. I expect that she'll be banned a lot this season. But when she's not, obviously, we're going to take advantage of her as much as we possibly can. So, yep, we did the evade. We did the intercept, and now we can do the special 3, and now we got Quicksilver in the corner, and now we're just going to lay a few heavies into him and shoot through the rest of his health. Very, very simple fight, and good job by me. All right, next we have a Kindred here. This is probably going to be where Kindred is placed most of the season just because he's super nerfed just by the offense tactic. There's now a lot more champs that can deal with him than in seasons past. So I suspect he'll be hidden here on Path 5 in most wars. I was trying to decide between She-Hulk and Titania. I originally assigned myself She-Hulk, but then I was just looking at it and I was like, well, Titania's fine, and she has a slightly bigger health pool, and really I feel like that matters more than anything else in this particular fight. And so I decided to go with her. And yeah, I mean, fighting Kindred is more just about understanding his mechanics and making sure you have a plan for the last little bit of the fight. And so my plan here is just to go ahead and hit him with a special 3 and then chew his damage down. And I'm going to have a special in my pocket for my power back boost. Now, I didn't time the protection going down correctly. But it's fine. I'm just going to kill him with the protection still up. Because Titania's that good. All right. Now, a few hours happened between those initial fights and this fight. I had to wait for a guidance from B Manny. And you can see here that I'm already not thinking this fight through because I'm putting read debuffs on the Sasquatch, even though there's protection shielding. So those debuffs are actually irrelevant. The other thing is that this I took this fight fairly late at night for me when I had to get up very early this morning, and I didn't want to wait to do these fights. I wanted to get this cleared. I didn't want to have to think today about the game, so I probably needed to wait to do this fight when I was less tired, because I had the wrong approach, from putting the Mr. F pre-fights on to not parry heavy, which is exactly what the whole point of the WAGs was. So that way I could parry heavy this guy and shoot through him just like I'd shoot through Darkhawk. And that's just not what I'm doing. And, it's a fight that when we planned it, PWF Trevor and I, we planned it very specifically for a fight technique that then I just didn't do. And so, as you can see, this is a very long fight. It's a messy fight, and I'm just struggling here to keep up, and I have a feeling that this wrath is going to be the end of me. Not doing a great job of playing this. So, trigger the unstoppable from the global, eat a special to the face. All right. So, I took a deep breath and I said, what am I doing? And I went back in and I'm like, that's right. I'm supposed to be parrying heavy. What am I doing? And so, we're going to see a big difference in this one, just from the health chewing alone. Quickly build to the special 3 and then kill him with it. Not great, clown. Not great. Yet another season I will not be deathless. All right, final fight of this particular war is this Mojo. It's the old Power Focus 2 Bubble Shield. It was the old Node 23. It's new Node whatever. And we're just going to use a buff immune champ. We'll use Titania for this. I went Suppression instead of Petrify. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, what's to say? It's a freaking Titania versus a Mojo. How many fight videos of these are on YouTube? Jeez. But, it's good. Like I said, she's a super powerful champ. She's going to be super powerful this entire seaseason. Look, here's me eating an SB3. What else do you expect from me? And obviously when you use Titania against Mojo, you're not going to come out of the special 3 animation with Mojo up against the wall. So you can't really do, the heavy chain that you do in other fights. But, that's the only drawback here. Anyway, we ended up losing this war. But hopefully we do better the next one. And I will see you in the next life, Jack.